into it. The sun is like on one this morning, so I'm trying to stick with it, but we might move this lighting. Um, so if you watched my last video, then you know I started telling the story I'm going to tell today. But without further ado, let's talk. Oh, yes, the universe is listening. Thank you. Let's talk about how I met Cliff. First of all, I was supposed to be in Atlanta the weekend that I met Cliff. But I ended up staying. I actually couldn't get a babysitter for the event that I was supposed to go to. So it was weird though. I honestly had this like almost gravitational pull to stay here, and that's the honest truth. Like I just felt like I couldn't leave Augusta that weekend. It was really weird. So I went to dinner with my parents and my friend Sade, and I decided I wanted to go to Studio. It's a fairly new place here, and it's really cool. Got a great vibe. I'd only been once before, once or twice. So I really decided to go. It was me, my mother's wife, their neighbor Mary, and my friend Sade. So we were outside, and Sade and I actually walked in and left because it was really cold and there was nobody in there. So before we could get to the end of the block, and mind you, Cliff is sitting outside at this point, but we didn't really connect yet. So before we got to the end of the block, a guy walks up and we start talking to him. And he's pretty cool. So he's going inside. So we decide, all right, well, let's just go back inside and hang out with this guy. So my mom's wife actually pulls up at this point, and as Sade and I are walking into the building, she actually met Cliff first. So her and Cliff made a connection outside of the bar, and he decided he was going to buy her a drink. So they all ended up coming inside, but Cliff went to the back of the bar, kind of like off to the side. And so my mom and I are sitting there, we're laughing, we're drinking or whatever, and we decided to take a picture. So we're trying to like selfie it, and we're kind of failing miserably. So this handsome chocolate, he hates when I say chocolate, but he is chocolate. This handsome chocolate man walks up, and he's got his jean jacket on, and his locks are in a bun, and he's got his glasses on, and he just gives off this artsy vibe. So he's like, let me take your picture. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So if you know me, you know that I am a goofball. Like, I'm very awkward. So he's like I'm posing by myself. So I literally say to him, like, okay, well, now this is awkward. Like, people are like looking at me and want to take a picture. And he's like, go ahead, just take the picture. So he takes the picture of me, takes the picture of me and my mom, and he goes back and sits down. He doesn't really say much to me besides that little exchange. So I did the grammar school thing, and I asked Mary, who is my mom's neighbor, I said, Mary, he's cute. Go tell him I think he's a cutie. So I know, I don't know. So she goes and tells him, and he comes over, and we just start talking and vibing. And so he bought us a round of drinks, which was real cute. He's drinking Grand Marnier and drinking his Yingling, which is real classy. So I just instantly felt a connection to him. Like, I don't know if you've ever met anybody and it was just like, but that's what it was. It was just an instant connection. So my mom and her neighbor went home because they're viejas, and me, Sade, Cliff, and the random dude that we had met ended up going bar hopping. So we went to Playground, we went to the Scene, we might have gone to Tribeca. Moral of the story, guys, I got drunk. I got hammered. I mean, the man was buying me drinks. I think he must have spent like $130 that night. I was out of it. I was wasted. And so one thing that really impressed me was he stuck with me the whole night, made sure I was, safe. And he did the one thing I always look for men to do. Ladies, if you are walking with your man or a man that you have just started kicking it with, and he does not put you on the inside of the sidewalk, like out away from the street, that's a big thing for me. I don't know. I'm just sorry. It is. And he did it. He mid conversation was like, "Hey, hold up," and moved me to the inside. Girl, I just like, here you go. But no, I think that really impressed me, and it was like we just talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. We talked more than we danced. Like, I just felt like, I don't know if you've ever felt like, you meet somebody and they feel like they're your best friend instantly. It was like that too. Like, I just felt like I could talk to him about anything that popped into my little drunk mind. So, I'm trying to keep this under 7 minutes. Okay. So, I was very drunk. I'm very annoying when I'm drunk. I can admit I'm wild. I'm all over the place. So, he actually took me home to his loft. Not this one, but the one he was living in. And he took me home, got me upstairs, got me water, had a little bucket by the bed, and went to sleep next to me. Didn't try anything, didn't so much as try to kiss me. Just laid me down, and yeah. And so I woke up the next morning, and I just was like, I just had this feeling. I was like, and then waking up to him, I was just like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I think this is good for me. Like, we can do this. So, and we have not been apart a day since. So it's been very organic, and everything has just flowed. And I know it's because I manifested him, and it just feels and felt so right. So that is how we met. Funny little tidbit. The next day, when he was walking me to his car so that he could take me home, I had no idea. I had no idea what we drove in. I didn't remember much from that night. So I rocked to the ugliest, like, most broke down car in the lot just to be safe, you know what I'm saying? But we ended up getting in his coupe, So I enjoyed that as well. So, okay. But yeah, it was just very organic, and I've never really believed in love at first sight, but I will say it was love at first night, because after that night, I knew that was my man, and lo and behold, it is. So that is the tea for the day. Ew, I will never say that again, I promise. That was the story for the day. I do want to start doing a little daily encouragement after. I don't have anything prepared. So I'm just going to read something from one of my favorite books, Milk and Honey, to leave you with. I am learning how to love him by loving myself. And that is so real and so on time right now. So have a great day. I still don't have an outro, but thanks for watching.